It is time for an American Family News Update. I'm Bronson Woodruff. President Joe Biden's staff is revealing how they prepared to contend with former President Donald Trump at last night's CNN debate. Fox's Jackie Heinrich reports from the White House.
A campaign email this morning read, all 50 of Trump's lies, 16 more lies than felonies, 48 more lies than impeachments. This was their strategy even ahead of last night. They issued a pre-debate memo with a list of, quote, important Trump lies to look out for. So as long as Biden is willing, he's the presumptive nominee because he's secured the majority of pledged Democratic delegates. The party will formally nominate Biden during a roll call vote, which is happening this year, the week before the DNC on August 7th, to comply with Ohio law. If Biden were to step aside before the 7th, then those delegates are no longer pledged to him and another candidate could emerge.
President Biden and former President Trump are hitting the campaign trail today, with President Biden heading to North Carolina and Trump in Virginia. Now, another part of that debate that concerned many folks was a long pause from President Biden. His performance is now causing concerns, even amongst his own party. Aisha Hasni explains.
We are all here talking about that one moment seen all across the world where even Democrats were wondering, what is going on?
Everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
So there was actually an audible gasp in the press room when that happened. It seemed as though the president had frozen. And that was just the beginning of what some Democrats themselves are saying was a disappointing and very poor performance.
Top Democratic Party figures like Vice President Kamala Harris and California Governor Gavin Newsom, they have pushed back against the concerns. Newsom was not willing to say if he'd support replacing President Biden on the ticket. The Iowa Supreme Court said Friday the state's strict abortion law is legal, telling a lower court to dissolve a temporary block on the law and allowing Iowa to ban most abortions after about 6 weeks of pregnancy, before many women know they're pregnant. The 4-3 ruling is a win for Republican lawmakers, and Iowa joins more than a dozen other states with restrictive abortion laws following the U.S. Supreme Court's overturning of Roe v. Wade. Currently, 14 states have near total bans at all stages of pregnancy, and 3 ban abortions at about 6 weeks. The U.S. Supreme Court makes it harder to charge defendants with obstructing an official proceeding. This is in relation to the January 6, 2021 riots on Capitol Hill. Fox's Shannon Bream has that report.
So what they have said is that one of the statutes the Justice Department used to charge hundreds of different January 6 defendants is no good. And that includes President Donald Trump, because he has actually had 2 of these counts against him in the Jack Smith D.C. case against him, that federal criminal case that has been on hold here. So what essentially they say is this statute, which was passed in the wake of Enron, they say it doesn't fit here. He says, given that the subsection was enacted to address the Enron disaster, not some other far-flung set of dangers like what happened just right over here at the Capitol, it is unlikely that Congress responded with such an unfocused and grossly incommensurate patch.
And that'll do it for this American Family News Update. Thanks for watching. I'm Bronson Woodruff.